JP?
What happened in the second half? It just seemed like you guys scored 27 points. The defense really locked down. You guys seemed to just have trouble scoring. What happened in that stretch?
27 in the whole half, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just didn't get to our stuff, honestly. Some stuff we forced a bit, didn't really give each other enough space. Some stuff they legitimately played good defense. And some we missed. It's like a mix of everything, but I would say we didn't play up to our level at all offensively in the second half. And I think some of those situations we got to look at and just give each other more space, more freedom, more space. At the end, we just need space and be smart when we have the opportunities and work for each other. You know, and, I don't think we played like selfish or anything like that, but we just didn't play good.
How do you have to beat a team like that plays so fast, that tries to force turnovers, and how did you guys want to play offensively in this one?
I mean, like we played in the first half, we were fine. I think once they turned it up a little bit in the second, we played stupid and we just gave some possessions away. And once you start giving up possessions like this, it's just downhill for us, and the rest of the time we're just battling uphill. Once they made that run, we were still up, I don't know, 4 or something, but the crowd was already into it, and then they hit 1 or 2 more threes, and the momentum already shifted pretty heavily, and we just kept on battling uphill, and the momentum was on their side. So it's not something like unsolvable, but just ugly second half from us offensively.
Besides them raising the intensity, what adjustments did they make?
Nothing really. I mean, they took some stuff away. We turned it over a little bit. They were a bit more aggressive, a bit more handsy. So they forced some turnovers. They collapsed on us when we didn't expect. It's kind of the stuff that they do well. That's why they're good. And we just weren't as sharp as we needed to. Because we can make them pay for those overhelps, for those reach, for those things that they do where they gamble a bit. So we just didn't make them pay, and yeah, second half was first half was ours, second half was theirs by a big margin.
You mentioned it, but fighting for your space, and that's what Joe talked about a lot with us too. Just what does that look like for you guys, and what do you guys have to do better there?
Obviously, I don't know what he meant by that in what specific situation, but of course, it's like a physical battle. No? You're trying to get your space, and they're doing the best they can to take us out of those positions where we're comfortable. But we've seen that 1,000 times already. Honestly, yeah, first half was really good and kind of going our way, and just second half was not the whole second half, I would say, but that's, I don't know, mid-third towards almost the end of the game was kind of just forcing and no space, and it felt uphill playing. We couldn't get the momentum, couldn't get the energy going for our side. Just a bad second part of the game on our part.
What kind of stress does that put on the defense when the threes aren't falling? You start turning it over a little bit, and they're getting out and running with it.
Of course, once they get out and run, it's tough. Especially if we can't get back on time, and a big part was, I don't know, we shot really bad from the field and from three. And they weren't super tough shots. A lot of them were good open looks that we usually score at a higher percentage. So that's another part of it. I think it could have looked a lot different if we just cleaned up a bit those turnovers and made a few more shots. It could have looked completely different, but it was just downhill for us.
Entering a game like this, does this feel like one of 82? Does it feel like a little bit more pressure, excitement, just considering this team has been on such a big win streak?
No, definitely. I mean, they're a really good team, and it's always a good test to play against high-level teams. And they've gotten better from last year, I feel like. And it was a good battle. Of course, we knew they were going to show up because they know what these kind of games also mean, and it was a good matchup. And I think this kind of win is just going to give them more confidence. So it's not good, but we we'll have another opportunity later in the season.
What do you feel like you guys learned about yourselves from this one?
Say again,
What do
sorry.
you feel like you guys learned about yourselves from this test?
What we learned about ourselves, that I mean, we're a pretty experienced team, I would say. But these kind of these kind of games and these kind of teams, they're dangerous. They're dangerous, and it can turn even if we're up 10 at half. We just have to keep our foot on the gas and not give them any life. Which is hard to do, obviously, for them playing at home with this kind of crowd. It's hard to do, but it's just a pretty strong reminder today again.
Thank you.
Thank you.